Here we go. Good stuff. Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining me and Foxy for another Master Lock form. Where's your bowl? Yes. Okay, so let's take right hand in fist, please, and left hand straight. Pull back that thumb, feet together, hands together, and we salute. Great. Okay, so open your stance, please, and we begin by gently rocking into the four corners. And breathe. Good. So these wee exercises can be a real lifesaver for just general health, for mobilizing, for waking your system up. If you have arthritis, it can take you from stiff and crunchy to nice and smooth and silky in your movement. And I'm testament to that because I have arthritis, and it's definitely helping. But it's each time you do it, it will help. You might get stiff and tired in between exercises, but we get moving, we get the energy flowing, and the body brightens up. Okay, good. Let's change direction, please. You can see my wee dog here is a bit wobbly on it. He has, don't know if there's arthritis there, but he has hypermobility, a bit like me. So he tends to go splat a little bit. But he responds quite nicely to being in company doing Tai Chi. Good. Okay, everyone, let's move on to our next exercise. We remain upright this time as we feed into the four corners. And breathe. Beautiful. Let's change direction. So today we're going to look again at the Immortals form. What is it? That's a good dog. Oh, he's starting to talk. All right, let's come back to center, please. Let's take a deep breath in, lift up, and breathing out, calming down. And again, breathe in, and out. One more time, breathe in. Sorry about that, and breathe out. Good stuff, folks. I'd like you to move around, do a wee bit of freestyle, stretch anything you like while I take this wee dog to see his mum. Come on. Back in a sec. I'm going to press pause on the recording. Please continue to stretch for a wee moment. Good, sorry about that. All right, so we're nice and warm. Let's shake out. And let's go once through open door 5, just to get the juices flowing, to bring us back into our Joe Lock way of movement. So we'll start with an open stance, please. Lengthening up through the top of the head, chin slightly down and back. Release, relax down. Let's find all 10 fingers, lengthen them down. And we begin. Keep it level with the waist. Let's do a few more of these. This is a kidney exercise. So we want to stay level with the kidneys and then press down and away. Let's do another one. Best level with the waist. Good, and give your back a good rub. Excellent. Now, the theory behind Tai Chi is that it's the same as Chinese medicine, is that if your energy flows freely without impediment, then your body will be well on every level. So we want a lot of energy flowing through our system, and the exercise we just did, cheers, helps you get that energy flowing. So often you will feel heat as you practice, and that heat is an outcome of more energy flowing. But you may notice sometimes you might have an injury or an issue, and there's a lot of pain in the area, and there's a lot of heat in the area. So you might be thinking, well, I thought heat was good. Well, heat means that there's energy there, there's blood flow there, there's energy there. So if there's an injury, the blood flow and the energy will go to that place to try to help it. However, it can become unpleasant. It can become part of the issue, so to speak, when the energy gets stuck in an area. So you might, for example, have edema, which is swelling, or arthritis, which is inflammation, which causes heat, and the heat just sits there glowing. And of course, if you're experiencing that, you won't associate heat with anything good, and yet it is just energy. So actually, energy is neither good nor bad. It is just energy. It's life force. But when life force gets stuck in any one area, it's not pleasant, and you'll get a build-up. It's like traffic that doesn't flow very well. So if there was an accident on the motorway, there may be a huge build-up of traffic behind it and an emptiness of traffic ahead of it. So there's nothing wrong with the traffic. It's just that there's a blockage, and so there it has become an imbalance. So the work that we're doing from the health point of view is to address that balance. So we want a load of energy and we want to free up energy, and that's great, but we also want to make sure that it circulates, and we want to break down those areas where there is restriction, where there is an impediment to the energy flowing. So anytime that we do our twisting actions, as we do our Tai Chi, you'll see all these little twisty actions. Turning in the spine is a very, very useful way. It's like you're wringing out your organs and your spine. So that little bit of pressure when we twist, as we release, fresh blood flows, fresh energy flows, and hopefully any little places where there is blockage will get flushed away. So, cheers. So it's not for no reason that as you practice, you might start to feel better and better as you progress. Once you've finished practicing, that process continues to unfold. So any therapeutic work you may have done will continue to unfold for a good 48 hours. After that 48 hours, the good outcome may start to diminish a little bit, which is why we want to do Tai Chi every day. We want to keep topping it up. We want to keep opening, expanding, releasing, so that the energy continues to flow and we avoid stagnation. We avoid superfluous, too much energy in one area and a deficit in another. So let us gently go through the form several times and see if we can get that energy flowing. Okay, are we ready? We're doing the Immortals crossing the sea form. Make sure you're comfortable. I fix the scene. Good. We lengthen up through the top of the head. Oh, that's doing my head in. Yeah. Lengthen up through the top of the head. Chin slightly down and back. Relax down through your body. Breathe. Listen behind. And find all 10 fingers, gently lengthen them down. Ready? Start. Turn to the back, right hand hooks, step left. Turn to the left, left hand hooks, right hand opens. Feed the weight back, right hand hooks. Relax to center and step. For your Immortals fishing toad. Keep circling. I'm just going to do the balanced one the first time. We can do the jump kick the second time. Very good. Lovely, shake out. Good stuff. Now, I was watching a video last night about the benefits of knitting, believe it or not. And yeah, I found it quite illuminating. There have been studies on cognitive decline and ways of stopping it. And one of the ways is knitting or any crafts, doing things with your hands coordination type things. And what is found is things that especially cross the center line are very, very good. Now, interestingly, we rarely cross the center line in our standard Tai Chi. The left hand comes to the left side, the right hand comes to the right side, but you never go actually across. And even though, let me see, yeah, we do cross the center line in Tai Chi because we, cross the wrists. For example, we do this kind of thing, but we rarely actually, the left side doesn't tend to invade the right side and vice versa. So sometimes I give an added little exercise. We might do it now just for joy of it, though it's quite aerobic and it's really hot in here, so we won't do much. But doing exercises that you cross the center line are also good, right? So it's good to mix it up. Tai Chi gives you a lot of health benefits, but I would also encourage you to walk, for example, every day. Go for a walk, get some fresh air. And this is another wee aspect that I'd encourage you to do every day, which is crossing the center line. So you don't have to knit, though knitting is very good, crochet is very good, crafting, doing anything with both your hands in a repetitive way. And if you're crossing the center line, all the better. But this is a nice exercise as well. So we're just going to gently march, and we're going to slow it down. Yeah, and now we're going to pat. If one leg lifts, the opposite hand touches the shoulder. So there you are, crossing the center line. Yeah, good. Now you can do as many of these as you like, but we're going to mix it up. So we're going to go down to the hip. So again, it's the lifting side that is patted with the opposite hand. I'm sure we've done this before, but just because I watched something about crossing the center line, I thought, let's do that again. Good. Now we go to the knees. Ready? So we go to the knee, opposite hand to foot. Now, opposite Tony, you're doing the same side hand. I want you to lift one knee and bring the other hand across. So if your left knee, let's do it again. No, you're using the same side. You're doing that. So raise your right hand, everybody. Okay, so this is my right hand. Yeah. Now raise your left knee. Now touch your hand to your knee. Yes, that's it. And opposite. So it's crossing the center line. That's it. Yes, there you go. Good. So you're getting the benefit by that little bit of neural confusion that we're doing. We're actually deliberately making our two hemispheres, the two sides of our brain, work together. Yes. Good. So now if you can go to the ankle. And again, opposite hand to foot. Yes. Good. If you can't reach, don't worry, you can just point. Yeah, that's actually a very uncomfortable move for me at the moment, but it's okay. It's okay. Good. And the last one, let's see if you can do this. Point behind. Behind. So it's the opposite hand to foot. So you're lifting one foot behind you and point with the opposite hand. Yeah. So not only are you crossing the center line, you're doing it behind you. Good. I loved what Ginger Rogers said. She said, everyone loved Fred Astaire because he could really dance. But nobody thought that she was doing it all backwards and in high heels. I was like, yeah, go, you go, girl. Yeah, very good. So that is your little crossing the center line exercise. And I'd like you to practice that, play with it. Once you have a rhythm, you can mix it up. So you can do, as I like to, so you're marching and you start with 8 taps to the opposite shoulder and then 8 to the hip. We'll not do it all now because we're busy, but 8 taps to the knee, 8 to the ankle, and 8 behind you. And then guess what? I half it. So then I do 4 and 4 You get the idea. You could go fast if you want, and 4 to the knees, 4 to the ankles, and 4 behind, 2, 3. And then I do twos, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, behind for 2, and then ones. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, etc. What a brain exercise, eh? So it is found that if you do repetitive movement using both sides of your body, crossing the center line, you can reduce cognitive decline by up to 50%. Did you hear that? You can actually keep your brain in good nick, like double the capacity or reduce the decline by half just by doing a little bit of that every day. So you can do what I just did. You could learn to knit, anything where you're crossing the center line and using both sides of your body, especially using your hands. Very, very good. So if you look at our Phoenix form and our Immortals form, it has a lot of that. And with the waist twisting, you could argue you're crossing the center line, but you're only just. Anytime you're crossing your wrists, yes, you're crossing the center line. So yes, you are doing it. So Tai Chi actually does tick all of those boxes. But for extra oomph, I would do an exercise like we just did, or learn to knit. Okay, or do both at the same time. All right, anyway, round 2 of the Immortals, please. Are we ready? Okay. We lengthen up. And coming down. Ready, start. Turn to the back, right hand plucks. Step to the side, left hand and foot together. Turn to the left, left hand plucks, right hand follows. Feed the weight back, right hand plucks. Release and step towards the front, circle. Step through center, forwards. And kick. And lift, step, gather, step through. Now we can do our little jump kick. Cross, we swing down, jump, kick, step, back, and separate. Gather. Goes left. Good. Heel tap. Rest. Good. Well, as I say, it's very warm in here, so I'm heating up quite a bit. Are there any questions? Is there any area that you would like to look at? If not, there's an area that I think we should look at. So what do you think? No? Anything? Anything? Yes, Elaine.
Maybe the kick again.
The jump kick at the end?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Yeah, okay, let's do that.
And which bit do you want to do, Jane?
Well, I was thinking that the part that I always see a bit of confusion is the two immortals, which is you've done your casting the fishing line, your kick, and you've turned and you do your kick, your little slap kick,
yeah.
And your beyond shadow, and your that's beyond shadow, yeah, and
All
then
right.
turning to the back, you know, so pluck and step and pluck and turn and pluck. It's not hard. It's actually perfectly easy in the movement, but the orientation and the disorientation tends to get people because you're turning in space. And I think just for those few moments you can't see me, you have your back to me.
Yeah.
So that tends to be where it just doesn't look so clean.
Well, we could do that on the kick. Maybe.
Yeah, there's plenty to work on, isn't there?
Or whatever, Jane.
Okay, well, you asked about the kick first, so let's look at the kick. Yes, Tony.
Also, when we did the last week when we did this on the spin, you did but this week you just did the spin and.
You're off screen, Tony. Sorry, I can't.
Oh, sorry.
You did this.
Oh, it was perfect as well. when you did the bit and then you spun last week, you did a kick and a slap, but this time you just did that and then the other one. You know what I mean? No.
I'm not altogether sure. Hold on. If I
show you go to yeah, and then to there, and then you spun. The last week you did spun on that. This week you just did spin, and then you know what I mean.
I'm not altogether sure. Are you talking about Immortals fishing toad?
After that, when you cross the hands and spin.
Right.
Last week you did, when you spun, you did a slap. This week you just did the spin and then the second slap.
Right. I'll do something and tell me if this is the bit you're talking about, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So, are you talking about after you have done your... Is it this bit you're talking about?
No, before that.
Before that.
Before that.
So...
Just after fishing toad.
After fishing, right, okay. Yeah, so I'll do fishing toad just to get us into it.
Yeah.
So where are we to get into fishing toad? Let's see. Sorry.
What's good? I'm glad it's just not me.
No, it's not. Yeah, so let me see. Yeah, okay, so here's the getting into fishing toad. So I'll come closer, sorry, get rid of this stool. Yeah. So there's your fishing toad. So we keep turning and right hand comes up, left hand comes down. So here is a kick where you're doing a round kick and your right foot is coming into your right hand. So here. And then
Okay, so it was the previous one, the spin and the kick. And the bizarre thing is, I think you are doing a slap,
you are
but the sound's coming about the second and a half after you do the slap.
right. Yeah, it's a technology.
So you do the slap when you do the spin.
You do. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
So if I
The right hand, yeah.
let me show you. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're here.
Yeah.
So I'm stepping and stepping and turning. So it's into the left hand. So my hands are pushing out as I turn, and my left leg is coming out and is coming in. And as I turn, the left hand and foot pass each other. You see what I mean?
Yes.
So it's this way.
Yes.
Because the hands are.
Right. Okay, got you. Yes, yes.
So you can all have a wee play with that you're just pushing your hands out and you're bringing your left leg out at the same time, but the left leg is coming towards your center line and your hands are going away from your center line, and therefore they hit each other on the way. So leg out to go in, hands in to go out. See? Yeah. Yes. So in slow motion.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So that's as you're turning. So the hands pushing out stabilize and slow down what the movement of center and the leg is doing. The leg going out to come in is spinning you.
Yes.
The hands going out acts as a stabilizer, and the two hit each other on the way past each other.
That's where I was falling over, or not falling over, but I was stumbling on that there because I wasn't doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. All of these movements, all of the movements in Tai Chi, with some exceptions that are specifically designed to be difficult, but in general, all of the movements of Tai Chi are designed with a purpose. So it's not just the look of it, it's not just to be awkward. So the kick is obviously martial, that's a kick, but it's giving you momentum, it's turning you. So anything that goes out to come in speeds the spin, and anything that goes from in to out slows down. It's like a break. Yeah. So I'm sure you've seen skate dancers or ice skaters that they start slow.
Yeah.
And they always, if they want to go faster, they'll bring everything in. And if they want to slow down a spin, they'll move out and often finish with some kind of posture. So that's the mechanics of it. Bringing your leg in turns you. Bringing your hands out steadies you, and you want to smack them as they pass each other because it's nice and it gives you that feeling and that body conditioning to realize that actually, you could be thumping somebody as you do this. So let's try this kick together, folks, and see how we get on. So we're standing on the right. We're all doing the same thing. I'm not mirroring. Standing on the right hand is on, hold on, is that right? No. Yes. It's one of those days. Yeah, we're standing on the right hand is in hook and the left hand is forwards, fingers pointing up. Your left foot is balancing on the toe, relaxed to center. So you're going to step diagonally forwards towards the front of the room, and you circle the arms, and you keep circling the arms until the left hand comes on top and the right hand comes underneath. So your left hand is towards your elbow. Now you bring your right foot through center and step diagonally forwards. Good. Now you start to turn. So as you turn your body, you turn your palms, both palms face out. And now you're going to swing your left leg out to the side and whip it round in front of you as you push both hands out and hit. and step down. And without any real effort to turn, you'll find yourself facing the front. And now you can keep turning. Right hand under, left hand over, right hand up, left hand down. You've turned towards the front, so the right side is stretched. Release that stretch, bring the leg forwards and out to kick the hand and bring the right side down, left side up, right hand up, left hand down, and rest. So there you go. Is that more clear, Tony?
Yep. Yep.
I do love the double thumbs up. I gave Chen Yin-jun the double thumbs up. He was kind of like, right, we're going to get on with this. And I went, and he went, it's so nice. You don't expect to see a master going, yay, but it's all good. Okay, so let's see what else. Elaine was asking about the kick towards the end. So these are all moments where all of a sudden it sort of super speeds up. You can do kicks. You can't really do jumps in slow motion. I kind of do the prep and the aftermath in slow motion, but you know, you can't hang in air, though I've seen some people who look like they can. One of Willem's students does that. He kind of jumps and in the air. And I'm like, how is he doing that? But anyway, so in those moments, you know, you might hear a sound, but it's really difficult to see what's going on because blink and you'd miss it. So this is another one of those moments with the jump kick. So the jump kick, overseeing territory, is what a dancer would call a hitch kick. And that makes it so much easier to understand for a dancer. Might not mean anything to you. So a hitch kick is literally you're going to lift one leg up in order to get the elevation. So it's you could say a dummy kick. The lifting of the leg is not really a kick, though it could be. You could actually extend it as you jump, but it's still a sort of feint for the real kick to come, which is the leg that is to follow. So a hitch kick, you lift, that lifts you up into the air, and then as that leg comes down, the other leg extends. It does what we call a développé in dance, which is to unfold as opposed to just swing straight up. It develops. So you have hitch, kick. You see what I mean? I'm slowing it down, but see, where would we be? I'm showing it sideways on so that you can see what I'm doing. So hitch, kick. You see what I mean? So you're lifting to elevate, and then the other leg, the leg that was jumping, the leg that was sort of holding you there, that's the one that actually develops, delivers the blow. Yeah. So that's a hitch kick. And this is what this movement is. You lift, and then the other leg wallops out. And the arms are also designed to help with elevation. So if you think to yourself, how do I get a really good jump? How do I get up into the air? Do you start a jump by going up to go up? No, you don't. If you want to jump, you go down. And the more elevation you want, the more you have to go down. It doesn't mean you have to be down like this. If you've ever tried to jump high from a really deep squat, you're actually wasting a lot of energy just to straighten up before you go up. So it's not about physically going down, 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 down. That would be the equivalent of throwing a punch, woof, like that. We'd use inch punch. So we go and then boom. So it's just getting the energy down. So there's a little bit of downward force in order to get us up, or rather a lot of downward force, but not a lot of downward squat. So to get that downward force, we're actually going to use our arms as well. So the arms are going to give us a double downward force. If you just swing, can you swing your arms for me? Just swing your arms forwards and back and feel that if you relax, you'll feel light at the top and heavy at the bottom. Do you feel that? That's what we're wanting to use. The downward force of the arms sends our energy down through our body and into the floor. So to do the hitch kick, it's not just about what the legs are doing. The arms are actually helping to propel the energy where we want it. So first we want to hit the ground hard, as in send our energy boom into the ground, and that gives us the resultant elevation. I'm not sure, is that the right word? Resultant. Yeah, it comes about from it. So if you watch, down, down, it's effortless to go up after all that downward force. So now you've seen it, it's not only sending you up, you get a jolly good thump with the hand and the foot together. Let's now slow it down so that you can see what's actually happening. So when I have, let's do it in the position of the form. I'm stepping on the right. If I come back a bit, stepping on the right hand is on the outside, left hand is pressing behind. If I maybe turn it more to the side. So your right hand comes across, that's your wind up. It comes up and over, and here's the first downward force, down. You bring it down the side. Your left hand follows, it comes up and over, and it also goes down to your left hand side. Down. That's your last chance, and you're really piling in the energy into your legs. Then you lift your left knee and kick. So everything is down. You wind up, you send it down, you send it down, you lift, and you kick. Yeah? Okay, so let's try it. Right foot, right hand. So you come across, right hand down, left hand up to go down, up, kick, step down. Yeah, so I'm still kind of marking it out because obviously you should be lifting off the ground, whereas I'm just kind of doing that. But that's the essence of it. That's the mechanism, the mechanics of the move. So down, down. You can practice that down, down. It's the back of the hand that goes down, up and over, back of the hand. So you could even practice that down, 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 down. And you have this feeling you want to go up. You want to go up because it's like winding a spring, winding a spring, winding a spring. So once you have gone down, down, up, up, you see, down, down, up, up. Let's try. Ready? Right hand across, right down, left up, right. So right, left, left, right. Right hand down, left hand down, left leg up, right leg up. And we're nearly out of time. So let's do it one more time. Ready? Come across, down, down, lift. Okay. Any better?
Yeah, brilliant.
Okay, so it just requires practice and play. You have to be very careful with explosive movements like this. All this downward force gives you a huge dynamic, and you'll get a lot of impact and a lot of lift very easily. So to be careful, please, with the strike. You want to hit the back of the foot with the top of the hand with equal force. I cannot strain this enough. You need the same amount of force coming into your hand as you do coming into your foot. If you do that, you will never hurt yourself. You will never hurt your hand. You will never hurt your foot. But if your foot has, boom, the dynamic, and your hand is just relaxed, that's not equal force. What gets hurt? The hand. So if one is yang and the other is yin, yang will hurt yin. Yeah. In this instance, we actually want the same force, the same force. Like water can't hurt water, fire can't hurt fire. Hello, darling. So we want foot and hand. It's okay, it's fine. We're finishing now. Thank you. We want foot and hand to hit each other evenly. Yes, darling. And we're going to finish there, folks, because it's 9 o'clock and Foxy wants out. That's a good dog. He's so good. So let's just finish with a little bit of 100 ailments go away. Yes. Bounce, 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 bounce. And relax down. Well done. Good. Take a deep breath, lift. And relax down. Take a deep breath, lift. Fill your lungs and relax down. I will take you out in 1 wee second. Take a deep breath, lift. Hold your breath at the top. Stretch your fingers into the sky. Press your toes into the earth and think of sealing in your good energy. And let go. And bring your hands. Yes, to center. Hug your elbows in, please. And breathe it to your center as I just quieten my wee dog. Folks, well done. We're going to finish there and we're going to salute. Thank you very much. Say goodbye, Foxy. Well, yes, you're a good boy. Yes, thank you very much. Okay, folks, thank you so much for joining me today, for working so hard. And I
Thanks, Ian.
Thank you. I look forward to seeing you next time.
Bye, Elaine.
All right. Bye, Tony. Thank
See you next
you,
week.
Jane.
Thanks,
See you
Jane.
next week.
Bye.
Bye.
See you
all.
next week. Bye.
Bye.